Okay, now we're going on to page 4, and this is the double width slider die. So you can have a lot of fun with this. This is using our die set. You can make it without a die. It's just easier, you don't have to worry about counting or measuring or anything else like that. Okay, so here we go. So from your die, you want to cut out 2 of the base waterfall ones, and you can see they've got score lines on them. So do your score on the edge there. Don't do the ones that are in the middle there. Put this into your scoreboard. So this is the side with the score lines. You're going to fold those ones there. You're not going to do the ones in the middle, and then you're going to go the other end and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 5/8 of an inch. And then we're going to fold them. So that's the ones you've just done now. Give it a good burnishing. And this is quite a, because it's a small area to do, you can either get a ruler, bend it up like that, or you can use your alignment strips. They're quite a good size actually to push against. And then go like that and do the same this side. Those are your score lines that were already done by your die. As usual, warm them up in your hands first. And then you've got the next one that's more difficult. So use your ruler just to bend across and then pop your, that's it. So you'll end up with something like that. Okay, then you're going to take the polythene. Now you can use plastic from a cello bag that you get cards in. You can use polythene to make sure it's quite strong. Don't use anything that's recycled, repurposed, that's going to fall apart in a few years, because they can do. So what you need to do then is you need to, before you do anything, because I didn't do this before, right, your mats are 6 inches across, so you want to make sure that your polythene is less than is 6 inches or just under width wise, because otherwise you might have a bit of an overhang. And you can cut this on your trimmer, you can cut it with your scissors. It's only a little smidge. That's it, that's off there. I'm going to take this and that's the top edge of your polythene is coming to the top edge of the black there, and that's going to go over there like that, but you don't want it to be a super tight fit, so when you join the polythene on, so let's do this. So we'll put some double-sided tape just at the top of your polythene here. Make sure that you don't have any little bits of glue. Oops, I won't be able to cut much with the magnets there. Any little bits of tape or glue or anything hanging over, because that will affect your mechanism. Give that a really good burnish. Pop it back in. And then you want to attach this bit, but when it's attached you want to make sure it's going to move freely. So don't have it super tight. If it's too tight, that's not going to move easily, you can see that. So pop that there, and I think I'll probably, I don't know, a little bit of a, right, can you see there's a little bit
if I go like that, that's going to be too tight. So what I want to do is just push it back a little bit
before I cut it. So I'm going to aim to cut it probably about there. And I'll just cut that across. Pop that back in. Hit, and then I can easily. That's it. Right, so now I'm going to pop those over. Make sure that's straight on the edge there. I'm going to pop it on. Right, that's moving really nicely and freely.
But I don't know if you can see, I've got a little bit of plastic overlap here, so I'm just going to trim that off, which I'll do now.
Just really to try and reduce the bulk as much as possible. Okay, it's still moving nice and freely. And I'm going to put double-sided. Off that. I'm going to stick this mat into here like that. Okay, so that's at the top there. We're going to turn it over and we're going to stick the other one at the bottom here. That one a really good burnish. And stick your other mat here, like this. So the idea is it'll come up and down like that. So what you need to do now is that's going to be a, take that off there. So you need to stick, this is going to be your front one pulling down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my centre point, which I know is 3 inches. Excuse me. And I've got my tags here. I'm going to stick that on first. I'm going to put that one on the back there just so it sticks out. And I'm going to put one at the front because I think they need to be quite strong, so I probably do a double thickness card, but not still 210, but just cut two tags out. This is from the smallest, and then I'm going to just pop this one on top. What I am going to do before I do that is just pull this completely clear of the plastic, because I don't want any glue to go on the plastic behind. That is going to be your pull down tag. Okay, we'll push that back up. It's moving nicely. Right. And we need to cover this over. So you're going to put your backing plate on here. And what you're going to do here is you literally don't get any glue on these bits. You're just going to put glue on here. to the edge of the fold line. And then you're going to do the same on this side. Just up to the first fold line. Okay, you can probably at this point pop that in again. Okay, so that's your front one that's going to pull down. Like that, but you need to have something protecting here. So what you did with the first one, you do exactly the same. So you've scored at 1/2 inch, 5/8 of an inch, and then you're going to put glue on here. Just go across like that, and what I would do probably is just do a little angled nick like that and like that. And you're going to go under the polythene and then line it up on the edge like that. And then on this side I'm going to do exactly the same. Bit of glue. A bit more along there. Chop these bits off, and then that is going to go under the polythene as well, like that. And then I'm just going to decorate it. So on the front I actually used, this is actually the card from the paper pack, so don't chuck that away because there's always bits you can use, and that just fitted on the top there like that. And I cut a pocket slot just in there, and then I'll probably add the waist again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a piece of paper. Just going to slide this under there so I can see for when I'm sticking. And because it's a little pocket, I'm going to pop that there. You see I've got little notes here for me. That's a little pocket there, so it'll hold a 6x4. Well, I think it might be a bit too, not wide enough for that, but 3x4 it'll certainly hold. And then if you wanted to, you could put the waist back in here too. So we'll do that. That's that one there. Okay, now we need to pull these out. What I did was in the instructions I said just cut these out from the page, so now just decide, obviously that's only going to go up to there, so, and how wide is it? So I'm going to just go to the outside edge of there and there. Sometimes these bits you need to do by eye, so you get it how you want it. And this is a smidge, so start in the middle and go up and down. And then I'm going to go So that's there. That's going to fit on there. And then I'm going to need, I want to see the welcome to the pumpkin patch, so I'm going to chop this off here. And I'm still going to want to see that, so I'm going to chop a bit off the bottom there now. So see how far this comes out, and they're different for both mats, so just be careful. So see how far that comes out. So you probably want to go just to about there. You can always trim a bit more off, and you can stick more. Okay, so what I'm just going to do now is just edge using my black pen. Again, you can use inks. You don't have to do anything if you want, I just think it finishes it off nicely. So this one will stick on there. And if you wanted to, you could put a decorative piece of paper on your pull down tab. I think I just left mine plain black because you don't actually see very much of it. So that one's going on there. Okay, and then this one you're going to do exactly the same. I'm going to trim that, that just needs a little smidge off. And it is a smidge off just each side, not very much at all. That's a soupçon of a smidge. In there, like that. So I'll just go around the edge. So that one will get stuck on there. Like that. Okay, so that one will go down there, up there, down there. Okay, just make sure it moves freely because you need to make sure you haven't got any glue stuck anywhere while you've been sticking your mats on. And then there's your pocket slot there. So then you're going to stick this onto your page. Now, what I've done here, I don't know if you can see it, but I've put a, I've already stamped down where it says pull. But you'll find that if you've got your tab flat like that, it's really difficult to pull up because it's flush with the page. You could change it and have your, you could have done it that way, had it that way, so your pull down one was on the top. It's entirely up to you when you do it, but what I did was I put a bit, some of our black 3D foam, I just popped along. And I like it because it's black, so you haven't got to spend time when you could only get, this is a very long time ago now, but the white foam tape and you used to colour it in with black pen. Right, so I'm thinking about that, and I'm going to put and I would probably add glue as well to this on the tape itself just to help with this sticking. And I'm going to put one in the middle because I don't want it sagging or bending. can see that's lifted it up, so it's easier to pick up. Right, so stick your base page on first. And then that is going to stick on there like that. So what we're going to do first of all, we're just going to make sure it's all nice and straight on the edges. And we'll take the my hands are getting cold now. A bit of glue on here as well. Right, okay, that's there. And you want to again use your pattern to help you. Okay, and then that should pull, ta-da, up and down like that. So that is your double slide page. And then just burnish behind here. Okay, and then you can decorate it with other bits and pieces afterwards. So that is page 4.